everybody and welcome to Draw with Alan. My name is Alan Nolan. I'm an illustrator and I'm a writer, and I write and I draw books for kids. Now I do a lot of drawing on this channel right here, but you can also see lots of drawing and other things as well on my website alannolan.ie. Now one of my favourite animals is a gorilla. So that's what we're going to draw today. We're going to draw a little babyish gorilla. So if you all have your pens and you all have some paper, we're going to draw a little boy gorilla. Okay, so we're going to start off with his eyes. So for the eyes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two circles. One here and one right over here. Okay, and inside those circles I'm going to do little pupils of the eyes. I'm going to make these black with an incy-wincy tiny little white highlight up in the corner of each, okay? So inside this eye I'm going to draw another little circle like that for the pupil. So it looks like a tiny donut. And then the same over here. And then I'm going to colour in both of those middle circles black, but leave a tiny white circle up the top right hand side for the sparkle, okay? There we go, little sparkle, and colour in the rest black. There we go, one eye there and one eye here. Brilliant. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the ridge over the gorilla's eyes. Now the gorillas always have these big eyebrow ridges going around, and I'm going to draw it a little bit like the top of a heart. You know, a heart shape like this? I'm going to draw something like that, but I'm not going to put a little spike in the middle. I'm going to make it wibbly wobbly. I'm going to bring it around like this and then down into a dip and then back up and around. Just like this. I'm going to start here under the eye. I'm going to draw a curve that goes up like this, around like this to the top of the heart, down, back up, and back around to there. And that is the ridge, the eyebrow ridge over the gorilla's eyes. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the gorilla's nose. And I'm going to do that with the same kind of shape that I did around the eye, but a little bit smaller. So just here, under his two eyes, I'm going to draw another sort of heart shape. I'm going to start down here with the line that goes up and around like that, around the top of the heart, and back down and down to here. And then I'm going to join these lines up from the top part to the nose, just like that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is the two nostrils of the gorilla. And I'm going to do that with two P shapes, like a letter P, okay? So one P shape is going to come up like this, and then around like that, like a normal P. And then just here, I'm going to do a backwards P. So it's going to go up like this, around like this, and look like a backwards P. Then I'm going to colour in the two roundy bits at the top of those P's. So colour this in here and colour this in here. There we are. Excellent. And then I'm going to give my gorilla a little smile because he's a happy little baby gorilla. He's going to have a big smile like that. Brilliant. So just a curve underneath. Now gorillas are very furry and they have very big heads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for the head. I'm going to start it here at the side of his eyebrow. I'm going to draw a big curve going up, then a little bit of shaggy hair, and then a big curve coming down, okay? So from the side of his head, a big curve coming up like that. Little bit of shaggy hair up at the top. And then a big curve coming down to meet the eyebrow at the other side. Just like that. And for the bottom half of his face, I'm going to do more curves. I'm going to start here at the side of his head, or the side of his eyebrow, with that big curve that curves around his cheek like this, goes down like that. Little bit of scraggy hair on the bottom of his chin, because they're so furry, they nearly have beards. Even if they're babies, they still have beards. I'm going to draw little curvy lines like that. And then a big curve coming up to the side of his head over here. So a big curve coming up like that to the side of his cheek. And there's your gorilla's head. Next thing we're going to draw is the big gorilla's forearms, because they walk like this on their arms with their hands sort of twisted in like that, so they're walking on their knuckles. So what I'm going to draw is I'm going to draw his big shoulders and his big strong arms coming down. So remember, these are furry as well. So I'm going to start it over here at the side of his head. I'm going to draw a curve coming across like that. And then I'm going to make him a little bit furry. Do you remember the little lines we put up here and down here for the hair on the top of his head, hair on the chin? We're going to do little shaggy lines here as well. So maybe just 2 or 3, just like that. And then a big line coming down, slightly curved line from here all the way down to here. Brilliant. Okay, now what we're going to do on the other side is we're going to do the opposite of that. So we're going to take this line and flip it over and draw it on the other side. So we're going to start up at the top of his head here with a curve that goes across like this. And then a little bit of shaggy hair here. Big curved line coming down exactly like this. A big curved line coming down to about there. And then we draw the inside of his arms. So we've drawn the outside of his arms, we draw the inside of his arms. So we're going to draw that from his chin down to about here. So another curved line coming down like that. Okay. And another slightly curved line from his chin down like this. Excellent. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the little fur. Because gorillas look like they're wearing a fur coat. So they have a little bit of fur down here and then their hands are bare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw little bits of fur, a bit like this shaggy fur up here, just from here to here. So little bits of fur from here to here, just like that. A little bit of fur over the other side for the end of his sleeve, as you could nearly call it. And another little bit of fur over here. Excellent. Then I'm going to draw his knuckles. So his knuckles are like this. So they're just like 1, 2, 3, 4 little bumps like that. So almost like little U shapes, like a letter U you write in your copy. So it looks like this. A U, a U, a U, and a U. There's one big hand, one big set of knuckles. And then the same at the bottom of this sleeve. 1, 2, 3, 4 U's over there. Brilliant. And we're nearly finished. Our amazing baby gorilla. What we're going to do is we're going to do his tummy. So I'm going to do his tummy just with a line that goes between his 2 arms, little curved line like this. There we are. And then back in the distance, because his legs are far behind him, I'm just going to draw 3 little feather shapes for his toes on one side and 3 little feather shapes for his toes on the other. And these can be tiny because gorillas are quite big, so his feet are quite far back. So I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and the third one will go behind that hand there. And that is your amazing, shaggy baby gorilla. Well done, everybody.